Hey guys, Proper English here, and today we're going to talk about Insta-Carry adders. Before we get into the good stuff, I want to take a second to give a massive thanks to Jassassin for setting me up with this fantastic background for my YouTube channel. It's absolutely amazing and I love it. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, you should take a second and go look. It's beautiful. So, most of you have probably seen my video about this 3.5 tick for 8 bits Insta-Carry adder that I built. I am going to explain that, and I'm going to tell you all about how I accomplished such a fast speed, but we're going to save that for my next video. I decided that before we got into the complicated stuff and how you make this super fast adder and super efficient adder, I needed to make sure that everyone understands how Insta-Carry works, and I really haven't seen any good videos that explain it. So, let's get started. So what we have here is an Insta-Carry adder. Now this is a model that I used for a while before my latest model, and I think it'll be good for giving a tutorial. So let's start off by adding 1 and 0. So we'll turn the A input for the 1 bit on, and you can see the output is 1. You get 0, 1. Now let's add 1 and 1. So we come over, we turn the B input for the 1 bit on. And now it carries over to the 2-bit. So let's look at how the carry works. So the carry is generated from an AND gate, and let's get rid of that. And if you look up, you can see the extended piston is one input to the AND gate, and the repeater over here is the other input. The carry comes out and feeds into the second XNOR and turns the 2-bit on. Now let's try adding 2 to that. So 2 plus 2. That'll be 4. Now we don't have a 4-bit, but what we do have is a carry out. Okay, so the 1 and the 2 bits are off, but the carry out is on, so that would be 4. So the adder is working just as you would expect an adder to work. So let me show you what's special about an Insta-Carry adder. So we'll turn that input off, and let me come over and turn the carry in on. Now you can see that when I turn the carry in on, it affects the 1 and 2 bit at the same exact time, and that's what makes it Insta-Carry. That's what makes this such an efficient adder. I've set up a mock carry line to give you a little demonstration of how Insta-Carry works. So let's turn this lever on and call that our carry generate. So right now it's only affecting the first bit, but we can propagate it over, and now it affects the second, and again, and again, and again. So it's affecting all of the bits right now. Now if we turn this lever off and back on, it's affecting all bits at the same time, and that is Insta-Carry in a nutshell. So now that you understand how Insta-Carry works, let's do a little building. We can add a 3rd bit onto this adder that I showed you earlier. And you'll get to see me build a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a frame for the XNOR in this half adder. This is an XNOR that was developed by Anomalous Cobra. It's a fantastic XNOR. It's still one of my favorites. Even though we've got glowstone now and we can build the same thing one wide, the architecture of this one's particularly nice because you'll see it's very easy to pull out a fast AND gate from this and turn it into a half adder. So now we can throw a piston up there, and let's do it the right way and clean up some blocks, and that needs to be one higher, so we'll try again. There we go. And now we just need a little block of floppies. And you can see this is an XNOR because both inputs are off and the output's on. Alright, so now let's toss a lever down here. And so we put one on, it's off. We can put the other one on, and it's off. And now, now when they're both on, you can see that it's on. So it's an XNOR. So now that we've got our XNOR, and let's turn it into a half adder. Alright, so the way we turn it into a half adder is by extracting an and. Alright, and that's going to be what generates the carry. So this is what I was talking about before in terms of the architecture being really convenient. We can throw a repeater right there, toss a piston right there, and now we've got an AND gate. So this is like what I showed you before when I showed you how a carry was generated in this particular adder, and I'll give you another demonstration. So both inputs on, and let's add a little bit of a carry line here, and some wire, and you can see that it's generating a carry. Now we don't want this carry to go backwards, which is what it would be doing right now. So this is where this piston over here comes in. Let me toss that down there and get a little lot piece going. Gotta love this color code, right? And now we're all set. And now all we have left to do is pull some wire back here and hook up a second XNOR. So let's get this wire running back. I'm staggering it a little bit just so the wires don't cross. That's something that you encounter pretty often when you're building something that's too wide vertical. And in my opinion, it's an invaluable skill to have, the ability to stagger wires or just stagger your redstone in general. You end up able to build things that are so much more compact and much more efficient. And yeah, so I guess while I'm finishing this up, we can mention, so if you're using an adder in Minecraft, there really isn't any reason not to use InstaCarry. It's just, they're just so fantastic. The speed is absolutely incredible compared to what things used to be like. And if you've watched my videos, you can get a comparable speed with a cleverly designed adder such as a Kagi Stone adder, but I mean it's massive compared to this. This is way more compact and it's faster too. So yeah, if you're going to be using adders, I'd highly recommend using InstaCarry. So now we've got this all set up. So let's turn these levers off and let's test it. So let's do what we did before. We'll add 3 and we'll add 1. So this should carry across to the 4-bit, and you see that it does. Fantastic. So let's perform our other tests and just get a demonstration of why InstaCarry is so amazing. So let's come over to the carry in again, and you can see all those bits are on. Now if I turn the carry in on, they turn off immediately, and that's just absolutely incredible. This is why you should use InstaCarry. Now, I hope this tutorial has given you an idea of what InstaCarry is and what goes into an InstaCarry adder and how useful they can be. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments and expect a video showing how to build this beast of an adder pretty soon. See you then.